Hello children. Today let's learn how to write a choreography for the poem What is a Player from the 9th class textbook Unit 2 Section B. This is a written discourse and it is a major discourse. It is for 10 marks and asked in the paper 1 of the 9th class question paper. On to the pattern to follow in order to write a choreography. Write the title, then the theme, then the stage setting. Stage setting is nothing but the backdrop, the props that we would use in order to create the atmosphere required. Write the location of the chorus, where the singing group is located, that we ought to write. Make a tabular column with the headings, serial number, stanza, theme and meaning. And to conclude, write what you have learnt from the poem as the conclusion. On to the primary information for this choreography. Title, that is the title of the poem. What is a player? Character. Sportsman. Character is nothing but the crew or the people who are going to enact the poem, that is the choreographers, the one who are going to enact the entire theme of the poem on the stage. So sportsmen here represent some children clad in dresses representing different sports. One may be for cricket, one may be for football, one may be for tennis and all the same. Location. Playground, that is the stage setting should be such that it resembles a playground. Chorus. Chorus is backstage. Backstage means behind the curtains. Stage setting. So in order to get the resemblance of a playground, what are all the props that we are going to use? Some balls, bats, playing equipments of different games and sports. Theme. The theme of the entire poem is the true spirit of a good sportsman. Actions. Actions is how we are going to enact the poem. That is 5 to 6 students practicing different games. Very sincerely they are practicing the game speed or how to go with the victory, towards victory. That is how they are practicing on stage. On to the choreography. So first column is stanza. Here we write what is given in the stanza. Since the place is very limited, we just write the first sentence and the last sentence. But here I would like to read the entire stanza for you. A player is one who doesn't give up at the sight of defeat, but learns from their mistakes and puts them beneath. A player is one who doesn't give up at the second sound of a buzzer, always giving what they have from one side of the court to the other. Then we just explain what it means, that is the meaning column. A good player never decreases game speed nor lessens his standard of playing, even if defeat is clearly visible. Even though it is very clear that he is going to lose the game, he never compromises with his standards. He learns from his mistakes and rectifies in the next game. That is what a good player does. And the theme, what it really implies is, a good sportsman always gives his best, irrespective of defeat or victory. Whether he wins or loses the game doesn't matter. He always gives his best. That is the theme of the entire stanza. On to the second stanza. A player is one who doesn't whine about their playtime because a player knows it's an unacceptable crime. A player is one who practices game speed, always keeping in mind that their shots are not guaranteed. So here we can look at the meaning, what this stanza exactly means. A good player is one who doesn't blame others for his defeat. It may not be the time that he blames it. It is not the umpire he blames. It is not the other player he blames or the opponent team he blames. He doesn't blame anyone for any of the things that happened during the game. Instead, he increases his practice time and always plays cautiously. Cautiously means very carefully, as he knows that future cannot be predicted. That is how much ever talented he is, how much ever well versed he is in the game. We cannot tell what is the next shot. So that thing he keeps in mind and he plays very cautiously. The theme of this stanza is: a good player thinks of the solution to the problem. He is not overconfident. So he is not much overconfident about himself. He just is level-headed, always has a practical outlook and always finds the solution to the problem. On to the third stanza. A player is one who doesn't settle for anything less, even knowing that they are not the best. They will be the ones you see outside practicing, day or night, rain or shine. They are the ones running on hurt ankles, admitting they are fine. So let's see what's the meaning of this stanza. A true sportsman never compromises with his dream. He aims at victory at any cost. Whatever cost it may be, he wants victory. For this, he works day in and day out, strenuously, ignoring all the pains and hurts. So you all know when we play, we get hurt. So it's a natural phenomenon. A good sportsman never complains, never keeps brooding over the injuries or the hurts he gets. He just keeps practicing for victory. His only goal is victory. The theme: where there is a will, there is a way. Perseverance is the key to success. Perseverance means continuous efforts. On to the fourth stanza. A player is one who has a strong, sensible mind, never pondering about failing, only contemplating prevailing. A player is one who doesn't chicken out, who wants to be in the game when everything counts. Now that is a true player. Now let's see what's the meaning of this stanza. A real player is both physically and mentally strong enough and always thinks only of winning. He feels responsible for his every deed. He does not escape from his faults. And the theme of this stanza is: a good player is answerable and accountable for his deeds. So the conclusion here is what we have learned from the entire poem. And look children, in the question paper you won't be given the entire poem, maybe two stanzas, any two stanzas, maybe first and second stanza or the third and the fourth stanza. So you ought to be thorough with the poem, with the concepts of the poem, so that you can write the choreography very well. On to the conclusion. To be a good sportsman, one needs to be a good human first. He or she needs to be determined to win, dedicated towards the game, disciplined in thoughts and actions, and above all, physically and mentally healthy. So we have completely synopsized whatever is there in the poem. Hope you all understood how to make a choreography. Thank you children. Thank you for watching and have a happy day. Please leave a comment in the comment box below and click the like button if you really like the choreography. Thank you and have a wonderful day.